I want to share with you my story about leaving the Netherlands behind and my city apartment to pursue my childhood dream of living closer to nature and outdoor adventures. I've always envied people who have grown up surrounded by mountains and go on adventures on the weekend to go climbing, mountain biking, skiing, and hiking. I really wanted to live like that as well. But to go from being a city rat to a mountain goat asks for a drastic life change and not one I've been 100% certain about to pursue in the past. I mean, I've had many opportunities since childhood to pursue a more adventurous lifestyle, which has led me to learn how to climb and ski and all that. But leaving the Netherlands behind to go picking up a homesteader way of life has always been too scary. But these last few years of living in a large city in a very crowded, small, and flat country have triggered something in me. A curiosity for the unknown, for a life without so many distractions and so much noise constantly, that has led me to explore this long held dream of mine. I've always been intrigued by people who leave the city for the countryside or small town living, simplifying their lives to go back to the basics. Many artists I admire have done it, leaving the city to go find new inspiration and focus to create new work in desert landscapes. Well, I'm not that hardcore and my intention is a bit different, but still, it's inspiring for sure. So let me share with you how this move came about and where I ended up, together with my partner. Personal development has always been an interest of mine, and somehow I enjoy being thrown in at the deep end. I like the challenge of it. I like exploring where my curiosity leads me. But I always need to have a plan and understand my intentions behind it. So, when working on the exercises of my Alta High on Life kit last year, it dawned on me I was ready for a lifestyle change and needed to move away from the city. From everything I had jotted down, it became very evident now was the time to act upon my childhood dream. My intentions were clear. I wanted to be able to go outside and explore the outdoors from my doorstep daily. And I wanted to feel less rushed, more focused, and more creative every day. I wanted to feel more like 16-year-old Iris on her very first ever adventure camp. Okay, so next up was sketching out what things about my day were not in line with this dream vision and what aspects needed to be changed. By doing this, it would become clear what actions would be necessary to take in the upcoming months. So, this led us to exploring our options. Since my partner and I were going to do this together, our plan should bring value to us both. He is the one pursuing an architecture career, so this brought restrictions to where on the map we could live. For us, it also made sense to find a country without visa restrictions for our European passports. Since we have been to Norway quite a bit in the recent past because of work and because my brother had just moved there, Norway was therefore pretty high up on our list. Over there, cities are enclosed by nature, so for us, that would be ideal. A morning brainstorm session made it all visual to us what life could look like once my partner would find an interesting position somewhere. I could work from anywhere. We knew we needed to dedicate time to make our plan happen, so we scheduled some time each week to work on portfolio stuff and search for job vacancies. Since my partner is an expert in his field of work, he found an interesting position pretty quickly at an awesome architecture office in Oslo. So from that moment on, it was decided where we would move to. Since our goal was to move out of the city, our search for a homestead was next on our action list. Because of dedication, determination, and a lot of motivation, we were able to find a beautiful place in the middle of nature, an hour away from the city. Here it is, the log house, our beautiful Norwegian cottage, with a yard the size of an apartment block. This was our story in a nutshell. But of course, this is only our personal approach to moving abroad. Instead of finding a job first, which can be quite hard, I know from a previous experience when I was much younger, you could also look into working holiday visas or studying abroad or finding a PhD abroad, for example. I would say the best option would be to land yourself an expat job, because they will even pay for your move. We are not expats, so I can tell you, it can get quite expensive, especially if you want to import your stuff and your car as well. What I wanted to share with you as well is overcoming the anxiety that comes along the way. I've had my fair share since I don't like leaving my friends and parents behind. I kept thinking about past experiences and if I would be able to make any friends and connections in a country where I don't even speak the language. Also, I'm not sure if it's the right move for my business. What has helped me here is to write down all of these things and come up with a massive list of things I could do to solve the problems I was making in my head. It's quite long with activities and stuff, and I'm sure I won't do all of them, but it helps to know my options. And you know what? My partner and I see it as an experiment. It's not final. It doesn't mean we can never go back to where we came from. But for now, we embrace courage and the unknown and trust our intuition. I hope you've enjoyed my story so far, and maybe it has given you some food for thought when you're considering a move like this yourself. Thanks for taking the time to listen and watch our move, and I really hope you'll stick around for more when I'll be back with a new video. When you have any questions or comments, please share them below and I'll be happy to answer them if I can. Thanks a lot for being here, and until the next one. Bye!